Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN on YouTube. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. Now, guys, before I get into the Lakers loss that should have been a winnable game tonight. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share my videos all over Facebook, Twitter, all the good social media stuff, and of course, like always, please be sure to like my page on Facebook, ZSPN, and also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ZSPN. I really do appreciate the love and support you guys give me all across social media, and of course on this channel, ZSPN on YouTube. So, guys, I have to say, when it comes to this particular matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies, another missed opportunity for the Los Angeles Lakers, without question, I have to say, because the Lakers throughout the game they were leading, and I was surprised that they were, leading by. I think at one point they were leading by like 12 points, and then like when it came to the third quarter, they were up by 5, but then when it came to the fourth quarter, they just missed a lot of opportunities. And, there's a lot of blame to go around when it comes to certain players and in a sense of the rotation. And that goes directly to Coach Fizdale when it comes to the 5 minutes remaining into the game, where the Lakers just missed a lot of opportunities and just allowed Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies to take advantage over the Los Angeles Lakers in that particular moment. And it's just one of those type of matchups where the Lakers were doing well, and LeBron was just on his A game, dominant performance out there tonight. And I'm just gonna say it. I mean, he has been sensational for the past 6 games. I mean, he was averaging 30 to 32 points a game. I mean, talk about a guy who is literally carrying the team on his back to try to win games. And I have to say, the Lakers tonight really let down LeBron in this particular matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, LeBron had a monstrous performance, 37 points, 13 rebounds, and I believe he had 7 assists out there tonight. And I think he went 8 of 12 or 8 of 13 from the three. So he was making shots that really showed that he wanted to win this game out there tonight. But unfortunately, the players around him did not show any effort whatsoever. Now, we can obviously say that, give some credit to players like Malik Monk, who stepped up in the second half, which obviously he did in the third quarter. He made some threes and just made some shots that went in that really was a big help for the Lakers when it came down to the second half. And, just giving LeBron some breathing room in that particular moment. And obviously we have to give some credit to Malik Monk because of that. So obviously when it comes all said and done, the rest of the Lakers did not show any efforts whatsoever. And I think we also need to put some blame on not Frank Vogel, David Fizdale, the coach, the acting coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. He just had some bad rotations in the fourth quarter, I have to say. And, I think you probably all know where I'm going with, in the final minutes left into the game, the Lakers were down by 3. And obviously, there was an opportunity where the Lakers missed a lot of shots, but that had to do with the lineup that was in place. And Coach Fizdale decided to put players like, who was there at the time? I think it was THT, and decided not to go with players like Dwight Howard or Stanley Johnson. We needed defense, an elite defense in that particular moment. And, THT, guys, I have to say, when it comes down to it, he is ready. He is ready to go. He's ready to leave when it comes to, the circumstances of him not helping the Lakers in key moments and key situations in this particular moment, because, you know, the aspirations of winning a championship, it's not looking good. Not looking good whatsoever. And I hate to go this route. The Lakers' even playoff aspirations is questionable at the moment too, because of the lack of efforts of some Lakers on this team. And I'm talking about THT in this particular moment because we need his help. We need him to step up. But as of late, he hasn't been stepping up for the Lakers whatsoever. And this particular game, he was a no-show. I have to say, he was a no-show. And especially him trying to make an open three. And obviously he was open for a reason because he is not a good three-point shooter. So there was just a lot of opportunities that were met out there tonight that the Lakers really missed out on. And we have to put some blame on the rotation from the coach side of things as well. But, just looking at the stat line, obviously, if you guys are watching this, you can look at the stat line in front of you. But if you're listening to this, go check the stat line. You probably will be, I probably will be talking about it. But if you're watching this, if you're listening to this on my podcast, I really do appreciate it. And just show me the love, support on Spotify and Apple Podcasts to watch or listen to my podcast, ZSPN. I really do appreciate it. I'll leave the links to those in the description as well in this video so you guys can check it out. And I really do appreciate the love, support there. But yeah, when it comes to the lineup, I mean, obviously LeBron had a monstrous performance, as I mentioned. Russell Westbrook, I have to say, when it comes to his performance out there tonight, yeah, he once again gave us another triple-double, but he had a solid night. Let's just say that. He had a solid night. But there was that moment where he just missed a layup that was just another missed opportunity on his part, because if he would have made that layup, I have to say the Lakers would have been a much better situation in that particular moment, because the Lakers would have won the game by just 2 points in that particular moment. And I would have just said that would have been a win, a win is a win type of situation with the Lakers. But unfortunately, it just wasn't the case. And, Russell Westbrook missed that layup opportunity, and it just really went downhill after that. And there was a lot of Lakers, missing shots and just allowing the Memphis Grizzlies to score on them, or just play solid defense on them. And, guys, I have to say it is just a missed opportunity. I mean, there's no other way around it. And, due to the Lakers also not having depth on their side with, Austin Reeves and, Rondo and Wayne Ellington, yeah, shooting wise, the Lakers were missing those particular players on that particular front. But the good news is we could have Austin Reeves and Wayne Ellington on Friday, and I think that's New Year's Eve. I might be mistaken, on Friday. I believe that's so, because I think there's a game on January 2nd. There's I'm probably just thinking on top of my head, and I'm just, not focusing on this video. But, when it comes down to it, the Lakers in this particular moment, they just lost a missed opportunity win against the Memphis Grizzlies. They were leading the way in the first, second, third quarter. But when it came to that fourth quarter, they just fell under the pressure. And just the lineup was just so not in the favor of the Lakers winning in that particular moment. David Fizdale should have put Dwight Howard in the particular lineup, or maybe Stanley Johnson, who's been playing very well for the Los Angeles Lakers. I have to say, when it comes down to it on the defensive side, he has been stepping up for the Lakers on the defensive side. So, we have to credit those particular players in that particular moment, especially when it came to Dwight Howard in the first half. I mean, that really led the Lakers to a a lead where at one point. But unfortunately, I'm not sure what's going on with the rotation of David Fizdale, but for some reason, I don't know why he doesn't put Dwight Howard in more key situations and giving him more minutes to help the Lakers win games. I'm not sure why. I think he has maybe a problem with defensive players or something. I'm not sure what's going on with the acting coach of David Fizdale, but I just hope that Frank Vogel returns to us pretty soon, so we can obviously have some opportunities to play some defensive minded coaching in key moments and key situations in the game. So yeah, guys. I mean, and then when it comes to the bench, I mean, you know, Carmelo Anthony was a no show. I believe he went 1 of 8 from the three, and I think he had 2 of 12 from the field. So he had a bad night in general. So, depth wise from the bench, obviously was troubling to watch. And, because alongside THT, it was just a bad, second unit when it comes all said and done. And just having LeBron James just carrying the team on his back to win games or try to win games and having this missed opportunity, it kind of hurts when it comes to the performance that LeBron James put up. And I think the rest of the Lakers should be ashamed of themselves for allowing that to happen, because they really needed to, step in and help LeBron win this game out there, because, he was just carrying the load in this particular game against the Memphis Grizzlies. And just giving credit to Malik Monk for stepping up, and you can make the argument for Russell Westbrook giving us a triple double and just helping out here and there. But also that missed opportunity at the layup was basically the Lakers' downfall in that particular moment also. And honestly, guys, I just hope the Lakers will just turn things around. I mean, that's all we really have to say. I mean, there's no other way to sugarcoat this when it comes to the Lakers' circumstances. I mean, you look at the players who are out due to COVID, and then you look at the rest of the Lakers, just some of the players not stepping up in that particular instance and having their opportunities to, show what they are made of. And obviously, when it comes all said and done, I think a trade will happen. I think it will. A trade will happen, and it will probably involve with THT in that particular moment. But it's just still remains to be seen about what type of trade will be going down when it comes to the Lakers potentially improving the team so they can have a fighting chance at a playoff run, or potentially if things work out for the better for the Lakers and they start winning games, then maybe a championship aspirations is still in the horizon for the Los Angeles Lakers in moving forward. So yeah, guys. Bottom line here, it was just another missed opportunity for the Lakers to win the game after they were leading the way in the first, second, and third quarter. And when it comes down to it, I mean, the Lakers really need to buckle down and just really need to start winning games, because it's not going to get easy for them when it comes to the scheduling. And I think once February hits, it's going to get much tougher for the Lakers. And once February hits, the trade deadline is there. So Rob Pelinka needs to see something, make some phone calls, try to make a trade to improve the team. So that's all I had to bring up, guys. Please give me your thoughts about the Lakers' loss against the Memphis Grizzlies. Who do you think is to blame for the Lakers' loss? Do you think is the coaching, or do you think is Russell Westbrook missed layup opportunity that could have changed the outcome of the game for the Lakers to win by at least 2 points? I think the Lakers would have had an opportunity to have a win by just winning by 2 points in that particular moment. But Russell Westbrook missed that layup. Or do you think THT was to blame? Or was there, in general, from the Lakers, other than LeBron and maybe Malik Monk, just didn't step up and showed effort to help out LeBron to win the game tonight, or is just an all around type of team effort. I really want to know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and guys, make sure to subscribe to my podcast, ZSPN, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I'm also on Anchor. If you guys have a platform that you preference to listening to, I'm also on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I think there's also a podcast station called, I believe, Radio Public. So if you're into that, type of station, please just show me the love support by subscribing to my podcast, ZSPN. I will leave the links to those in the description of this video, so you guys can check out my podcast, and of course my social media sites, and of course subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers! Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.